minutes after the hour, y'all. Every Wednesday on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show is Wellness Wednesday, and we got the one and only Dr. MJ Collier in the building to answer all of your medical questions. Dr. Collier, happy to have you this morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley.
Hey, Dr. Collier.
Yes, sir.
You didn't tell me that doggone Zyzal was going to have me sleepy.
Oh, no, that's all non-sedating. It shouldn't do that. You were just tired.
That's what it was. Okay, good.
That's what it was.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah. But I'm hoping to give you the benefit. So it's based on the conversation we had yesterday, Rickey. That's one of the things I'm going to talk about this morning. But first, good morning, Rock T, Special K, Gary with the T, Alfreda's, and the Brat. All right. So, Rickey, thank you again for the opportunity to bring healthcare information to the listeners of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So, Rickey, we are still in the pollen allergy season, and everyone has this nagging, persistent cough. We have persistent coughing that can be dry or wet, and this can really affect people who use their voice for a living, such as radio personalities, singers, rappers, etc. So here's what do we do about it? First, let's ask the question, why do we cough? When your throat becomes irritated, inflamed, or infected by a bacteria or a virus, it can be irritated by dust or pollen or post-nasal drip caused by allergy symptoms. Coughing helps clear your lungs and your windpipe so you can breathe. It helps move that mucus. That's the function of the coughing. Many types of cough, like from colds and the flu, will go away on their own after a few days, pretty much no matter what you do. But for more serious conditions, you'll need to treat the causes. So first, drink plenty of fluids. Nothing is better than water. So drinking the water makes that mucus thin and watery instead of dry and thick and more difficult to move. Now, a more aggressive therapist can be a mist humidifier or a vaporizer, which can soothe the irritated throat and help loosen up the mucus. One thing about it, when you cough the mucus up or when you hack it up, as we say, don't swallow it, because if you swallow it, it irritates your stomach. Your stomach can't digest it. It tries to digest it by kicking out more acid. That extra acid makes you nauseated and can even give you diarrhea. So don't swallow the mucus. Spit it out. Don't spit it on the sidewalk. Be discreet. Put it in some tissue and throw it away. And don't carry it around us.
I'm just joking.
Don't have a snot rag that you keep coughing into and hacking into and then putting back in your pocket. That's nasty.
Be blowing his nose and got a little tissue right here up here on the counter.
Yo.
My nose just runs for some odd reason.
Take some Mucinex. I tell you that every day.
Yeah,
Mucinex
and a nasal spray. A nasal spray will help you a lot, Gary. Flonase or nasal cord. And elevate your head at night on a pillow to help drain the postnasal drip. When you lay down flat, the postnasal drip just sits in the back of your throat and causes a lot of irritation. You want it to drain down your throat and into your stomach. So you can even take tea with honey, or even just a teaspoon of honey by itself can ease cough, particularly if it's locally grown. It can help with a lot with allergies. But don't give honey to children under 12 months of age. You don't give honey to babies. If the mucus is thick, take an expectorant or a mucolytic that loosens it, and that one I highly recommend is Mucinex DM. But you got to take a strong enough version, and that's the maximum strength. It's available.
Yes, sir. I got the 1,200 milligrams.
You got the 1,200 milligrams, exactly, because it's available in as little as 400 milligrams, and you have to take 2 of those every 4 hours. That's just a pill burden most of us won't do. But the maximum strength is 1 every 12 hours, and everybody can do that, and it helps tremendously. Now, if you're really stopped up, you can take 2 of them every 12 hours, and so that will have you running. And so that's one of the things.
There's an old lady that work at the CVS on Peachtree. I went in there yesterday. I bought that 1,200 milligram, and she whispered. She said, "I know who you are, baby." She said, "Come over to my house." She said, "I can put you to sleep. You don't need no sleep aid." I felt so uncomfortable.
You didn't feel uncomfortable at all. You got those digits. I know you made your move.
I said, "Ma'am, if you don't going on, don't nobody want no wolf monkey." Go ahead, Dr. Carter.
So look, if you're having postnasal drip with juicy mucus, you can dry it up with Sudafed. Now, Sudafed is available over the counter with no prescription, but it's usually behind the counter. You have to ask for it. Don't be shocked or surprised if they ask for your driver's license. That's a standard protocol when you get Sudafed. They're not targeting you particularly. Everybody has to do that when they get the Sudafed. But again, nasal sprays like Flonase and nasal cord are very, very effective. But people usually don't use them correctly. It's the dose is 2 puffs in each nostril, but you need to put 1 dose in each nostril, breathe a couple of times, and then spray again instead of spraying 2 on one side, because that'll make it all run back out. If you have a cough with a fever or shortness of breath, you need to see your doctor. You may need antibiotics or even steroids to help calm that down. Now, dry cough can be calmed down with cough suppressants. The DM in Mucinex is dextromethorphan. That is an anti-cough or cough suppressant, and it can also help you sleep better. So cough drops can stop that tickle in the back of your throat, particularly those that are mentholated. In other words, when you breathe them, you can feel that resolving feeling in your throat. That's good. And then non-sedating antihistamines, Claritin, Zylol, Zyrtec can help decrease histamine in the allergy response and prevent sinus, nasal congestion, and cough. So there you have it, Rick.
Dr. Carly, she had she had rings on everything. She had all that jewelry on, had all them gold clustered rings on, and them necklaces was making noise. She was looking at me over the top.
Clicking and clacking.
Checking your temp.
When I was ringing up that stuff, she said, "I put you to sleep, baby. I listen to you." She said, "I listen to you every morning." She said, she had them little kitty heels. She said, "And I don't wear kitty heels." I hear you. I hear what you said about kitty heels. She said, "But I put you to sleep."
Let's go, Ricky.
Yes. Nobody can go over there and pull all them pillows off the bed. All right.
Climb up on that high ass bed.
Climb up on that high
Climb up
bed
6
with
feet
9
to get up on
pillows
top
on
of
it.
that bed. That big ladder on the side. Get up under that heavy ass quilt.
She got them funeral home curtains, them hearse curtains hanging up. But she got some pork chops and gravy. What else she cooked?
There you go.
She got some cabbage.
Yeah, some cabbage. Ooh. Just some heavy ass moving blankets. The blankets that they cover the furniture up with. Never mind. Let's go to the call. 866-9 Ricky 866. You are on with Dr. Carly. Good morning.
Hello, hi. My name is Anthony. I live in Virginia. I was diagnosed with having vertigo. I was wondering, is there anything I can take? Because they say that, there's no cure and nothing really that you can take. If the doctor would kind of just expand on that a little bit.
Okay, Anthony, that's a great question. Vertigo, it can be real challenging, but the problem is usually a plumbing problem but due to changes in pressure in the plumbing in your ear. That's the balance center, and when there's changes in pressures, it can give you that feeling that either you are spinning or that the room is spinning. And so primary therapy for that is usually a decongestant like the Mucinex DM, as well as a non-sedating antihistamine and a nasal spray. That 3-treatment combination will usually give you some relief. Sometimes it requires you to be seen by an ear, nose, or throat doctor to help drain that, either through the normal draining, which is the eustachian tube in the middle ear, which drains that fluid and relieves the pressure, or sometimes they have to put tubes in your ears. They literally punch a hole in your eardrum, put a opening there so the fluid can drain that way, and that gives you some relief most of the time. Oftentimes it is just self-limiting, though, and it'll run its course, but during the pollen allergy season, it may require treatment. So again, nasal spray, Flonase or nasal cord, non-sedating antihistamine, and mucolytic to help decrease that pressure and the fluid that's in there. And don't expect to take it today and feel better tomorrow. You're probably not going to really start to get any benefit until you've been on it for about 7 days. So take it for 10 to 14 days, establish a period of normality, and at the first sign of recurrence, resume that treatment option.
Yeah, then she had a clip-on ring on her Audi. She had a navel. Had a clip on. She showed it to me. You on with Dr. Carly. Good morning.
Okay, I would like to know what are the dangers of having untreated diverticulitis? Yes.
Okay, diverticulitis is inflammation of the colon. The diverticulum is a finger-like projection that comes off the colon. It's like having an extra appendix. Some people will have 1 or 2 of them. There's a genetic predisposition. You can have literally hundreds of them. They used to have to do what's called a partial colectomy and remove that segment of the colon that was affected that way. The vast majority of the time in these days, they can treat it with antibiotics and it resolves. So there's no other treatment options other than surgical. So antibiotics and or surgical, you should not be untreated. The key thing for maintenance is a high fiber diet, not straining when you have a bowel movement, and avoiding foods like peanuts and things like watermelon seeds. You don't want one of those to get stuck in the diverticulum because it can rupture and cause a peritonitis. So if it's ruptured, it's like a ruptured appendix. It's a medical emergency. But lots of people are walking around with diverticulum. They find them all the time when you get a routine colon screening or colonoscopy. And so it's just a matter of making sure that they don't become inflamed. So diverticulosis means condition of, meaning you have them. Diverticulitis means that it's inflamed and it needs definitive therapy.
All right, y'all. Hey, more of your phone calls with Dr. MJ Collier. You can hit us up right now at 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Call now, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Dr. Collier, so happy to have you. Let's get right to it. Let's go to the phone. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yeah, my question for the doctor is, my daughter, she's about to turn 6, and the only food that she likes to eat is mac and cheese. How can I get her to eat more protein, chicken, fish, meats like that?
Okay, 6-year-olds have discriminating palates, but they will eat when they're hungry. So provide foods, particularly she needs some more protein in her diet. That's a high-carb diet that's going to give her, believe it or not, high cholesterol even at that age. So we need to put a little protein in there. I found that a lot of children love peanut butter if she's not allergic to peanuts, which seems to be a new thing. Rick, when we were growing up, nobody was allergic to peanuts, but everybody ate peanuts. Now, most of the kids are supposedly peanut allergy. But peanut butter is very high in protein, and it meets all those requirements. But whatever other food she likes, just give her that. It got to be more than mac and cheese. If not, don't take no for an answer. Provide foods that are a little more balanced, and then, if she doesn't eat that, she doesn't eat. She'll get hungry, she'll eat it. So that's how I would handle that. But there are other ways. Pediatricians can advise you to help children eat a more balanced diet. But children will eat what you provide and put in front of them. So if you're providing only that, then that's, she, making that decision. So you need to make that decision to say, look, we're going to add some chicken, some fish, other things to the diet that'll make her more healthy.
And then I'm gonna tell you, if they play in it, they'll play in it until the food get cold. So you get the little chair and you go sit on the steps and you get your spoon and get the bowl and spoon feed them. Even at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, if they're not eating their food, I'll go ahead and stir it up and reheat it a little bit, and I'll stand in front of them, make them stand in front of me, and I'll take that spoon and just make sure that they get enough food in a spoon feeder if you have to. Or whatever, that always work for me. Just my opinion.
Yeah, make it a game with a young kid, particularly. Most girls are daddy's girls, so you can work on it from that perspective.
That is. All right, John with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Yes, with a stage 4 prostate cancer diagnosis, with the doctor, other than hormone treatment, what would he suggest using?
Hormone therapy is the primary therapy. Stage 4 means basically it's spread outside of the prostate. So hormone therapy is the primary therapy. They do have some newer biologics, and so you need to Google those, be your own advocate, because oftentimes doctors will not suggest that you use those or try those. But they are very effective when you have a stage 4, and because they work peripherally and they target the cancer cells particularly. And some of the more sophisticated cancer treatment centers, like Cancer Treatment Centers of America, but most cities now have cancer treatment teams. They can literally take your white blood cells, take the genetic composition of the cancer, make a targeted treatment that basically your own immune system kills the cancer cells only versus the traditional chemotherapies. That is a therapy, one, that has to be available where you are, and 2, the doctors have to make it available to you by suggesting it. So if they are only offering you that, there are other treatment options, then I would go to some place like the Cleveland Clinic, Emory here in Atlanta. They have the Winthrop Cancer Treatment Center, Piedmont Hospital here in Atlanta, but Cancer Treatment Centers of America, CTA, are everywhere, and so they can help you as you in your cancer journey. They have teams of people that include everything from psychologists to nutritionists to help you through the total package versus having to find care in 1 or 2 places. That place will give you total comprehensive care, and they are using state-of-the-art technology, and that is the state-of-the-art, the biologics.
All right, Dr. Collier, real quick, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Rickey, I can be reached on all social media at AskDrMJ. Go to and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ask Dr. MJ, where we have hundreds of videos on various healthcare topics. Don't believe me, just watch. And go to my official website, lipodrops.com, where you will find information on various supplements like LipoImmune that can help control the allergy response and help prevent viral infections. Probiotics, and vitamin D. to optimize your immune system. Omega-3 Fish Oil. Follow me at Ask Dr. MJ on all social media platforms. And remember, these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, or his production crew. Stay! Don't you dare go away. You're listening to Dr. MJ on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.